Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Let's see what the message is for the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine for this week. Thank you for those of you all that's just been hanging in there with me as I'm practicing being. Practicing also being easy on my mind and also letting it kind of rest and settle in with the energies and take in and divulge information and downloads that have been given to me as well. Doing this has been some really interesting times. I have to rest for myself, and I have to rest also for my counterpart as well, because he's working and I'm working and I can feel it. Him not understanding that we have to sit and take time out, which causes me, which knows better as the leader, that when it tells me to sit down, I got to sit down, and I let him just go on ahead and do what he got to do, while on this side, for our soul, because my soul kept on saying, my soul is tired. My soul is tired. I say, you say you want to die? It's like, no, it's just say my soul is tired. It's that pulling. You're pulling, he's pulling. He don't know any better. He's going to keep on doing it. He's going to keep on push. But you know better. And so I'd rather sit myself down before I have me a hospital experience to let me know to sit myself down. So that's what I did. Okay. And so those of you all that stayed in there with me and still subscribe again and staying in there again, subscribe. I think some of it came over because they were like that old ways. I see YouTube was pushing out that old YouTube videos that I have here, and we have seen it just like all of us as twin flames. We should be evolving. We should not be coming with the same verbiage or the same way or energy that we came before. It's just like Malcolm X. He might have been at the beginning, he was one way, and towards the end he was like, it's all people, it's not just one. Okay, and that's the same thing. And so when you get over here, I'm about the solutions. I'm about the transforming you. I'm about also giving you the keys to deal with your whatever decision or life path that you decide to be on at this time. And so at the beginning, it was a whole different stitch. So I'm just collecting again those people who are now resonating. A lot of people have walked away from the journey, and they've told me they have walked away from the journey as well. In their energies, or even have told me even over this course of me having this channel as well. And so I can understand and I respect that's where you are. However, I'm still going to continue, especially when we're talking about the divine masculine energies. Some of us, we accept, some of us don't, with that thing about where they are. And like I said, I put out a whole bunch of videos here lately to kind of help you to get an understanding and perspective of where the divine masculine energies, that's our alpha energies, that action, that going out and getting, where they are and why they're acting the way they are, why they're not moving as fast as you might think they are for union. And again, we are getting ready for union as well. It is on its way there, but again, in order for us to be able to receive and to have that, we've got to be prepared and ready. And that's the purpose for me to have this channel, Divine Union Souls 11, and that's the reason why I have also the Divine Matters of the Heart channel as well. All right, let's go on into this. So now let's look and see as far as what is the overall energies that we talk about with this message that the divine masculine wants to give to the divine feminine. So right now he said he's dealing with this karmic relationship, which a karmic relationship again is the lesson. He is, again, like I said in one of my videos, he is now dealing with understanding that he's over there to explore, to get more of an understanding. I talked about in one of my videos of how you viewing the divine masculine as he abandoning you or rejected you is one thing that's blocking you from union, instead of you thinking, hey, he's over there to gather more information. Like an astronaut, he's on a mission. Some of us, maybe I got the mission wrong. He's over there on a mission to try to gather up some more information so that he can make him a better person. So when he comes back to me, he will not exhibit those old habits so that I can be able to trust and believe the new person that he is. And at the same time, I'm working on myself so I don't exhibit the same behaviors or habits that cause you to feel like you had to, as they say, run away or feel like you had to go and explore. So right now he says the actions explored, explosive alone to concentrate on matters of home, hermit, validation, idolization, pacification. So right now there's a lesson here, and this lesson is right now he's checking out his actions. Some things have been a little explosive over there. He's left even in the home situation. He's also has kind of found him moments. I've seen like this masculine being downstairs in the basement or be checked away, so that divine masculine energies, like, so I don't have to be really involved or orbiting in that type of environment with what you all call the karmic or the remediator that's trying to, through that lesson, is being that hard teacher to learn them to choose different ways or different patterns to make. So it's got this hermit. So he might be even find himself checking out at work, might even find himself maybe, or if they like that and still have not learned other relationships, maybe dealing with family, maybe sticking with the kids if they got kids from previous marriages, or earlier before the marriage or whatever like that. Finding themselves spending more time with the kids outside, like, okay, or seeing their mom, anything to get them away from, so they can be off and to think by themselves away from the situation, okay? Because they got to deal with this validation of self. They got to think about this. They got to deal with this idolization that they've had about how maybe this family's supposed to be, how they figure how they're supposed to be in a relationship. There also this idolization just about life, how they're supposed to be the man in society. Remember I talked about the different conflicts in the playground experience. So some conflicts this divine master have is man against man, other people, this person in the relationship they're in, or this job, man versus self. He's having conflict about where he wants to go and where he wants to be. Man, society, his friends, the beliefs, the family systems, and the structures. That's the issue that he's going through as well. Somebody said man and technology, which would be the social. Again, social media plays a part with that as well. Maybe also there's been some communications that's been on text as well. That's been a problem too as well. Maybe with communicating, maybe with even the divine counterpart or the divine lover, or this maybe just other people in general too, to keep his mind off of what's going on with that. And that might be another karmic, another third party to the third party situation laid on top of that. And then trying to find ways to pacify himself. Pacification, drugs, drugs, rock and roll, alcohol, eating too much, smoking too much, doing any things, or even maybe trying to find things how to pacify himself, maybe even meditating, or finding ways in which to say, I need to find ways to self-soothe myself. Maybe it's binge watching Netflix or zoning out or whatever it is that he's doing, bowling or whatever it is to get himself off the mind of what's going on. He's been doing that. This is clarified by, because he's trying to find his way to say, I am that I am. What am I? So what am I? I am that I am is what am I? Then what am I? Okay. What am I? What I am. You know. So say Sam, I am. So again, what is it that it is? Do I like green eggs and ham? Says Sam, I am. Or do I want this? It's like right now, I don't know really what I want, but it's getting fine tuned now. At the end, Sam said, what? I do not like green eggs and ham, says Sam, I am. So again, this is where we, let me put that down. Sam, I am. This is where we are. I have to write down stuff because I forget. Okay, so now he's finding out that Sam don't like it. He just called him Sam right now. Then that's not there. That could be Sam or Samantha. I might flip between both of them. So right now, Samantha's finding out, I don't like it. In my actions, in my alphaness, I'm not liking it. I thought that I could eat these green eggs here. Matter of fact, now I look at these green, since they green, is they good? They might be molded. They might have been expired eggs. These eggs done, what the heck? I thought these was good. I don't know how I thought that they was good. They got this, I thought they had green dye in them. No, they ain't got no green dye. This, oh Lord, what, oh no, And so now they finding out who they are, and that Sam don't like eggs, you know. That's almost my dad. My dad did like eggs, but then the older he got, he didn't like, because that's the way his mom had fixed it. So that again, that could be again the vow, again the situation when it gets into that. Again, you didn't pick it up traditional from family, what I talked about earlier, family traditions, lineage. Finding out now that, hey, you know what, I didn't like it because that's the way the family did it. But now when I'm off on my own, and when mom fixed it and they put him in the hospital and they gave him eggs, I said, you need eggs because you got to get you some weight on you. You got to build you some muscle. You got to do some things here. And so then he started getting there. We said, oh, you like eggs? He just like it hard. His grandmother, my grandmother, fixed him running. But hell, who want him running like that? Some people do like that. No offense to you all that do. But again, it's like, nah, I don't like them type of air. I don't like it running. Now, even hard, I could deal with it. But I don't like it when it's, I don't like it when it's running. Okay, so that makes a whole difference there. Okay, so finding that now has a cause and effect. Let me drink. Suck it down. So there's a cause and effect now, because now you're finding out who you are, which is now causing him, because of this karmic situation, is now having, and they're learning the lessons now. There are some effects to what's now going on, because again, there's a new identity that needs to be birthed through this. Understanding what you're able and capable of manifesting, what you're capable of manifesting to draw to you, to attract to you. So now it's time for us to kind of analyze now. We got to analyze where we are right now. Where are we? I'm getting drawn to, I hear you. Where are you? So now it's causing him to think what? So now what is Samantha thinking? Clear. Or Sam? A lot. It looked like I heard say a lot. Okay, that's cute. See, I'm thinking a lot. Okay. Now when they do it, I can kind of hear their voice in the ringtones. Okay, so they're looking at the mirror themselves right now. The mirroring. How is it affecting emotionally? How is it mirroring back to me the things that I'm doing? You know, I'm calling myself, really looking at myself in the mirror, but at the same time, anytime I see booties here, is really am in some ways the way I'm acting and I'm into myself. Am I really telling people to kiss their ass on purpose or unintentionally? And then I'm creating enemies without me even knowing. A lot of booty here. Thinking also here, how am I in some ways calling the beast in? When I see that this is water emotionally, some things I'm causing these beasts. Okay, that's why I look at that. Calling the beast in, okay, because this is some type of animal. What things am I calling? I think I'm innocently doing, but at the same time, I'm calling it in emotionally. This beast mentality, or this animalistic ways that I have that just like, no rhyme and no reason. Okay, I'm not using really my intuition, but I'm using my basic instincts like animals do to be able to survive in the wild, in the water, in my emotions. But am I really truly using what divinely God has given me? This is it. What ways am I causing again for me to have these kind of outbreaks between me and this karmic situation where we're actually fighting each other. And there's been some physical outbreaks, and we know that has happened. Some physical things that has happened and occurred between the divine masculine energies, Sam and Samantha, and whoever it is. It was is Keith and whoever, Susan, okay, whatever that would be. We call it Karen and Keith. That stands for the karmic. Okay, so where is it that Sam and Karen have had these bouts going back and forth? And where is it that Samantha and Keith has had these bouts going back and forth with each other? Okay, that they've got real volatile, like really, like, you know, might have had the cops to come in, or really they came really mighty close on this. That seems like in their actions that they're fighting. They're fighting this karmic situation instead of just saying, you know what, this is like, or one fight too many, I'm finished with this. Okay, let's kind of see, can you give us also a window into as to what's actually going on in you all situation? Clear. What's going on in you all situation? Right now it's in Hangman. It's like I'm just open, I'm just here. There's no forward movement right there. I'm really looking to source to move me. High Priestess in my emotions, my highest form of emotionality as far as this, again, looking for see the things that's unseen, for it to be something to be revealed that has been concealed about this situation. Could be the divine feminine energies as well, the Omega, how you would be the divine feminine actually in the 3D form as well. What did I say? Didn't I say drugs, alcohol, that pacification? You gotta get rid of that. That's not really, I said that earlier and I just pulled that out. That is not the way, everybody say, that is not the highway to heaven. that is really truly the green eggs and hams of it all. That when you look at it and say, I don't like no green eggs and ham, says Sam or Samantha, I don't like this way of using alcohol. Probably both in the situation with the marriage or the karmic situation. They're using that as a way of outlet on both sides. Is there anything else? But they're looking for a direction. They want the wheel to turn them into a new direction. Is there anything else? Anything else you want us to know about what's happening in this? Well, I love it when it goes straight out. This and their actions is this sex. Sex is still there. That's another addiction too as well. Just the action of sex. What's going on? But there's a betrayal. Right now, it had been there. Maybe they say in a new direction, because before they were there for just the sex. But right now, they feeling like in this thing, it's betrayed. Because again, like I said, hey, them eggs that they were serving, you thought it was the bee's knees. And now you're looking at it again, saying, you were like I did with the, is these eggs spoiled? Why you kept on telling me like that was just some green food coloring in it? That ain't no damn green food coloring. Them things are spoiled. I was wondering why I kept on throwing up every time I had them damn eggs. So that's kind of, now it is that, you know, been serving this karmic situation, been serving these eggs to them. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it. That's just your imagination. And you wasn't relying again on your intuition. See, what I tell you, keep on calling on it, and you're not relying on your intuition and your on it. You going by instinct. You just surviving. Well, I'm hungry and I need something to eat, so I'm gonna eat these eggs. No. Again, who are you also to be saying, who is you telling people to kiss their butt to, and you kissing the butt, telling people to kiss the butt to the wrong people? Says that again when I looked in here. Where's that card? I got it right here. I'm sorry. The lighthouse. Now you moving and you looking for the lighthouse. What about this lighthouse? Explain to me. What about the lighthouse? What's going on with the lighthouse? Explain to me about the lighthouse. Okay. Say emotionally it's causing you stress right now. Some of them might be if you're in communication with your divine masculine, they might be using you. They like, well, I can't get to you because of COVID or the situation, but they might be sexting you or thinking about wanting to communicate with you sexually to kind of release the stress that's going on with them as well. That's what's going on. The lighthouse, they feel like you're a stress reliever as well. And they know that it helps them to get into their hierophant, back into their higher spiritual power too, as well. And that's really where they're trying to go to. Anything else? Children is playing a part. This money factor is playing a part. And right now there's some gossip out there that's playing a part about him. About this divine, about Sam or Samantha. Give me some more information. It's causing him sadness right now. But this gossip is good. You know why this gossip is good? Because now it's helping to shed light on it and just let people kind of know about that. This fella, this idolization of this world that he has created to help it to come crumbling down, and it's going to help him to get into that emperor. Into that emperor thing. I really want to know what that gossip about though. You got me kind of thinking now. What's that gossip about? Clear. What they gossiping about you about something that's happening presently. There's something that just happened. Feels like a source is giving them a present, but it's something that's going on. They gossip about this privileged lady, which is the karmic. She thinks she's privileged. That's the Kiki card. No pun intended, Kiki. So they something about something. It could be also a present they might have given. Well, here, you know, in the Midwest, we got what you call it? Sweetest Day. Sweetest Day. I don't know if it's coming up, but it's already came up. Whatever. I get my days mixed up. But I thought it was the 10th. It might be coming up this weekend. Well, anyway, Sweetest Day. Something about some present that was given, and somebody's like, oh, that's what he gave you. So I think somebody been criticized. Something about the way that gossip, that gift was given, really gave a red flag to some people. Like the gig might be semi-slowly being tailed, and it might be up. This is what I'm picking up. This, and they gossiping on it a little bit. Like, okay, and which gives a message of concern, emotionally, about whatever that it is. So now it causes him to act, really toil and labor behind the scenes by getting some things together in life. He might be really working hard. It's got the wheels turning, but it's also got him working hard. But they say again, this incident that happened is a present for the divine masculine. Might be a way out, and he might not even know it. But it's going to help him to get into his emperor power, because again, it's going to present an opportunity of great fortune for him. The eyes they have now, all that. And it's going to help him to mature. That's what I figured too. It was one of these cards, maybe this one too. It's going to help to put him on the pathway. That's what I figured. And mature woman. Really, it's going to be able to mature him in his emotions too. But I also see... it's going to cause for this mature woman, maybe this mother figure, to be kind of looking at him sideways too. Like, what is you plotting over there? That's interesting. Next card on the top of the deck, bottom of the deck is coffin. Like, it's going to cause an end. It's going to cause the death, wherever it is. If they planning the funeral arrangements on this was it's going to cause death. yeah. It's going to cause death to scratching. So that's some of you all. They say it ain't in everybody's situation, but somebody gave some kind of gift here that it's been a suspect. So I don't know. Some people say, did he just recycle that? Or he ain't got no money. That's all he gave her. Oh, wait a second. Or he didn't give a gift when they thought it should have been a gift. Or he didn't give. Something about this, whatever it is also a gift, and it's also a gift that's been given by Source or God that's happening presently right now. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see about that. What's happening in this here? Yeah. Ooh. You's in trouble. So what's overall happening here since you brought up this karmic situation? So he's trying to stay optimistic, and he's trying to keep his energies in his heart light. But some of them might be even flirting with you. If you're in communications with him or not in communication with him, he's thinking about kind of flirting with the idea about you. But he's really flirting about, and he's toying with this idea a little bit more than usual about getting with you. A little bit more. I say he or she. Sam or Samantha, I'm going to call it that way, is really torn with this idea about really saying, I'm seeing that this thing here, I'm getting a little more lighthearted about the possibilities of me getting with Keith and Karen. Getting away from Keith and Karen and being actually with the divine counterpart. This is what they're thinking right now. Okay. Why they staying optimistic? And I want to get to solutions. Clear. Explain staying optimistic. Divine truth. Because they want to go the distance this time. They believe they got enough stamina to cross the finish line. And they feel if they stay optimistic and have faith about this whole situation, it's going to bring them romance this time. Although everything around them, they can't see the solution to it, but they more than ever out of this time, they feel like something they say, I feel like I could do it. What's happening with explain flirt to me? Clarify flirt, please. They want to extend it. They flirt with the idea because they know right now they're in process of really cleaning up some things right now in their area. This is a stag, which is really standing strong. They again, like I said in that song again, move me no mountains, just love me long, strong, and true. If they get into that mode about that, doing that, that's going to be able to clean up so much stuff. Okay. And then also understanding here that we got serendipity, which is, again, serendipitous, waiting for this moment. If they keep themselves lighthearted, it's going to help to draw this serendipitous events to occur, this fated event where things just come together on its own. Okay, let's get into some solutions. Right now, that don't go on there, and that's why it's not going. Like, duh. That is why it is not going. Let's get into some solutions. Moving on mountains. Let's see what's the shadow he dealing with right now, too. Clear. Anger's in chains. Right now he feels like he's chained to things and just angered. That's the shadow. Got to deal with that ego. Got to deal with that shattered psyche that he's dealing with. His mirrored fracturedness that he has there. He's got some things that he done crossed out and X'd out. The Divine Masculine, Sam or Samantha, you're dealing with. You got to deal with that as well. Okay, all right, let's talk about it. I keep on getting drawn. Say, will you please do what they got to surrender? Ugh. Clear. Say things that's got to change in your life is you just got to be true to you. You got to stop again. No, understand that I am, and I do not like green eggs and ham, says Sam, I am. So you got to stop playing with them eggs and acting as if, them eggs is good. You got to eliminate some things. You got to build you some healthy connections with things. You also, again, you got to follow your bliss. Let your bliss bloom out. You got to let that grow. And then also be into your stand in your power. That's what's got to change for you. I'm putting them up there because that'd be half my battle. Because this is the last one. Clear. Surrender. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks and difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Looks like to me, you say again, you got to surrender to the success. You got to surrender to, I think that's what I said in one of my my trigger warnings, that some of you all are afraid of success. What would happen if you would get with your divine, really go after what you actually want. Some of you all are scared of doing that. And that's one of the things that you got to kind of like deal with as well. Okay. That's something that you got to deal with. Let's look again also at, I did my surrender, so we did that. That's fine. Let's look at what is it also. Let's look for the people that's watching. So what would you tell, what's the advice, Spirit, you would tell these clear divine feminines or their divine counterparts? What's the advice that you would tell them in the meanwhile? They told them what they got to do. They got to surrender. So what do we tell them? Say release and surrender. Just at this point right now, just release and surrender right now. Just go with the like flower power. Just really go with the flow of things. Be free-spirited. I remember that's one of the songs on Spotify. They kept on playing over again. Free spirit, be a free spirit. Just do that. Just right now on your end, how you can be able to help your counterpart is just release them. Release the things that maybe you're even having a problem knowing that you are what you are. I am that I am, and what things you will not stand for and go for. Because again, this energies that we have with the new moon in Libra is also one of getting rid of things that no longer serve us. So again, this is some real good energies for you to be dealing with, which is to release and to surrender to whatever is presently being shown to you at this moment about some things. Okay, and what is some relationship advice that they also want to give us? What is some relationship advice that they want to go through also with this? What do they want to tell us? The ones that are watching as divine feminine energies. Clear. Excuse me. Ooh, somebody got it really released. That was a big one. Oh, okay. I can replace false premises with law-based premises. There has been a theme unfolding here of replacing flawed premises with law-based premises. And we would like to leave you with a final one. We all make too much of all of this. It is simpler than we all make it out to be. Be easy about it. Be kind to yourself. Do things that feel fun. Look for things that bring you relief. And just easily move into that place. Your vortex, where all things that you want have already been lined up for you. And that goes to my thing that I had talked about in one of my trigger warnings about is to change your perspective. Again, look at what you're looking at, the false premises. What are some false things appearing real to you? What are you believing as far as in these illusions that's being portrayed by them being in this situation? Where is it that you too need to again reject the green eggs as Samantha, okay, as their counterparts? Because again, you're accepting things that really are based upon the old paradigm, which is not really based upon the new. And like they say again, just look for things that bring you relief and just easily move into the place, your vortex, where all things you want have already been lined up for. So just believe as if, again, they're over there learning what they need. They're going to learn eventually that they don't like the green eggs that the karmic is serving them, or the remediator is serving them, or this lesson is serving them, and say, I deserve some real and fresh eggs, says Sam or Samantha, I am. All right, that is the end of my reading. As always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, Namago. Love you.